What's up, guys? Welcome to Getting to the Facts. Again, I'm your host, Andrew Curiel, and we got a big story going on in LA. I know everyone's been hearing about it, all the riots that are going on in LA right now over ICE taking illegal immigrants off the streets. We knew this was going to happen. This is going to happen in every sanctuary city in the country. I have a feeling, okay? That's just my personal opinion, just because they are protecting illegal immigrants. They're protecting gang members. If you're part of MS-13, even if you're not, if you came across the border illegally, that means not claiming asylum through the proper port of entry at the very minimum. You are an illegal immigrant and have committed a felony even being in the country in the first place. Okay, so we're going to start with that, but we're going to get right into it, guys. We're not going to waste no time. Just make sure we smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we're going to get right into it. All right, but we got this right here, and this is from the New York Times. For a third day on Sunday, law enforcement officers in downtown Los Angeles clashed with crowds demonstrating against the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration, with more protests expected on Monday. Hundreds of members of the California National Guard deployed to Los Angeles on Sunday, called in by President Trump against the wishes of Gavin Newsom. Now, right there, guys, right there, we got to stop, okay? Because again, it was the third day on Sunday. It is now Monday and they are still going on. National Guard was not called in until Sunday. This is not like Donald Trump called in the National Guard right when the protests started happening. Okay, there was 2 full days of escalation in the protests. And guys, we're going to show some video. These are not peaceful protests as much as the news is making you try to make it seem like this is peaceful. When you're lighting cars on fire, that's not peaceful. When you're driving motorcycles through the LAPD, not ICE officials, but LAPD, and trying to drive a motorcycle through their little line that they got, that is not peaceful at that point. Okay, this is first and foremost. We're going to get there. All right, but let's get right back to it. Let's see what we got here. Now, hundreds of members of the California National Guard deployed to Los Angeles on Sunday, called in, blah, 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 blah. Let's scroll down. California's Democratic leaders have condemned Mr. Trump's order to deploy the National Guard, with Mr. Newsom calling it purposefully inflammatory. Again, guys, purposefully inflammatory. You could not de-escalate the situation for over 2 full days. The National Guard didn't come into the third day. Just remember that, okay? Mr. Newsom said on social media that the state of California will file a lawsuit on Monday challenging the move. There's nothing illegal that Trump or the federal administration is doing. ICE is doing legal and lawful raids. These are legal raids. They have no business being in the country if they are illegal. Okay? If you have a visa that's not expired, you don't have to worry. If you have proper paperwork, you are here legally. We want you here. I just don't understand what we're protecting anymore. Like, this is just so crazy to me. Jim McDonald, the chief of the Los Angeles Police Department, struck a different note on Sunday. Chief McDonald told reporters that the department would not have requested assistance from the National Guard, but added, looking at the violence today, I think we've got to make a reassessment. No shit, Sherlock. Of course we do. Like, this is ridiculous. They're destroying the city. They are destroying LA and California in general is the golden state of the United States. It was where everyone wanted to go vacation. Everyone wanted to go to the beach. They are destroying it, and they've been destroying it for the last 20 years. It's just so sick. There is little sign that the protests, which have been largely peaceful but have flared up in pockets of downtown Los Angeles and in nearby suburbs as well as in San Francisco, will die down. Like, this is just ridiculous. Protests broke out on Friday when federal agents searched the city's garment district for workers whom they suspected of being undocumented immigrants as part of the Trump administration's new focus on raiding workplaces. They were met with protesters who chanted and threw eggs before being dispersed by law enforcement with pepper spray and non-lethal bullets. And again, guys, when we're talking about peaceful protests, okay, it is not peaceful anymore when you start throwing eggs and you start throwing rocks and throwing all these things at law enforcement. It is no longer peaceful. And it is a shame on the government officials in the state for not condemning that. This is not a largely peaceful protest. The New York Times is absolute bullshit. Sorry for my language, but it's absolute BS. That is not peaceful protest at this point, guys. And we're going to watch some video here just so you can really get an idea of what we're talking about, okay? And here's just a little clip, and then we're going to get into a video of an independent journalist that I really like how unedited his footage is. It really gets down into the weeds of it, so we're gonna watch that as well. But watch this clip. Like, how, name another country where you could fly your country's flag, if it's not that country, and protest about whatever discrepancy you want, and actually light cars on fire in the middle of the street in the middle of the day, and you'd be just fine. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. Nowhere but in the United States do we allow this, and we shouldn't allow this. We shouldn't allow this. Like, I just don't understand where this is coming from. So let's see what we got here, guys. Look at this shit. Flying the Mexican flag. Guys, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where my thought process is wrong on this, okay? But you're lighting cars on fire, getting on top of it, flying the Mexican flag like you're so proud of being Mexican, okay? I'm half Hispanic. I love being a mix of different cultures. The culture is not the issue. It's the people that think that they can just come in to the United States and claim that California is on stolen land when you just didn't know your goddamn history. Because if you knew your history, you would know that Mexico and the United States signed a treaty after a war, and we actually gave Mexico $15 million and they gave us California. It doesn't seem fucking stolen to me. Thank you very much. Like, this is just... I'm sorry, guys. This is just rubbing me the wrong way. The United States is the place of opportunity no matter where you come from. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you come here legally with a visa at the very least that isn't expired. Please, you know how long the visa is good for. Just go and request an extension. Like, I just don't understand what the issue is when it comes to that. Okay, but let's watch this video here. I think this is really insightful on really just the real raw footage that you're going to get from this. And he's very unbiased when it comes to this as well. So we'll watch about 4 minutes of it.
Of this intersection, protesters have surrounded it. Now police are coming in on all angles right now.
Bring your own Cavassier.
Gotta love ads, guys. My bad.
Oh, it's your boy.
Like, where is this peaceful? Where is this peaceful? And those are rubber bullets that are being fired as well, guys. Non-lethal. Non-lethal.
Holy cow, they're throwing bricks at the police. They were throwing bricks at the police officers, shattered the back of the police officer's car. Now they're taking open fire here in the streets. Looks like the National Guard, they're nowhere to be seen right now. It's just LAPD right now here in the streets.
Nazis! Nazis!
Why are you fucking shooting people?
Because you're throwing shit at them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just when you think it could get more crazy, the madness just continues here on the streets of LA. Now you have a big group of people all sitting down in front of the police. This is a repeat of 2020 here on the streets of LA. And the simple observation out here, there's pretty much every flag out here except for the flag of the United States of America. You can see here on the ground are all the remnants of all the shots, bottles, even bricks that were thrown here on the ground. Police are here. National
And that's
Guard nowhere to be seen
LAPD,
right now.
not
A few
ICE.
people have been detained.
Not
They have
National
them right
Guard.
back there.
That's-
They have them detained in handcuffs. And now another line is coming through right here. Looks like they're going to trap everybody here inside of this intersection. Oh. People are lighting off fireworks here on the streets. That's extremely dangerous. Los Angeles has just declared that they're on tactical alert here, which means that anybody who's a part of LAPD needs to be ready to be out here no matter how long of a shift it is. They must be ready because what could break loose tonight or this evening could get extremely intense. These are already intense scenes out here. It could get even worse later tonight. What's your message to these police officers out here today?
Quit your jobs. Be the good guys. Stand for what America stands for. Stand
Not
for
this.
due process. Don't kowtow to these federal cowards. Do what's right. Follow state law. Don't assist ICE. It's pathetic, guys. Get your shit together.
Who should protect the streets in an instance like this when there's a huge protest going on? Should the police even come
peaceful
out?
protest?
It was getting pretty wild.
Yeah, because they started shooting. I've been here the whole time. They opened fire first.
If people start pushing at the police, what should police do?
Probably get the out the way.
Just let them go through?
We're not here for them. We're here for the fucking ICE. We're here for the feds. We want them out. LAPD, we got no beef with them. In fact, the governor said that state law dictates that they're not supposed to aid immigration in any way whatsoever.
So do you think the federal government's overstepping their reach coming in here to LA with
Yeah, man,
Karen Bass
100%.
and Gavin Newsom?
100%. Even Gavin said that.
Who do you trust more, Gavin Newsom or Donald Trump?
I trust what I see. I don't trust Gavin. Gavin's kind of a scumbag.
And how do you think ICE should carry out with these deportations? They say they're going after the worst of the worst. There's over
They're clearly
20
not.
million.
They're clearly not. They're raiding school graduations. They're raiding workplaces. They're raiding job sites. Those aren't the worst of the worst. Those are employees. Those are people that are contributing to their communities. They're not going after the worst of the
With a
worst.
fake social
That's a
security
fucking lie
number.
that's been fed to you by Fox fucking News.
What should they do if someone has an illegal status here, whether they're the most dangerous or if they're just the dad working?
What do you mean by illegal status?
If
Do you mean
they're not here-
undocumented?
Undocumented, illegal, like came over the border illegally.
Because being undocumented in the United States is not a criminal offense. It is a civil offense. So
It
it's
is a
not
criminal
crime.
offense.
It's not a crime. Full stop.
You got shot here today.
Yeah. So
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad did the bullet hurt?
at first I got 10 instantly because he saw me like point blank.
Were you pushing at the police officers or what were you doing?
What had happened was I'm not gonna lie, my girlfriend threw water at him, but then he like twisted
You
really
kicked the
hard
shit
and
out of
then he
him.
didn't. I don't know. It was lucky my fault, but I don't know, man. It's not right what they're doing.
And to finish the video, now that protesters have taken over the 110 highway here in the streets of Los Angeles. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give this video a like. I'll be reading your comments down below.
Guys, I just don't understand. I just don't understand how we protect this. I don't understand how you can't have a country if you cannot dictate that you have to be legally in the country. Like, we're not talking about people that we're not even talking about people that have claimed asylum and have temporary status because of that. Okay? You cannot claim asylum if you don't go through the proper port of entry. If you hop over the illegal part of the border and then just stay here for years and then you finally get caught and they bring you in, you can't just all of a sudden claim asylum. Okay? That is not how this works. There's not one country in the world that allows that. We have the most relaxed border rules and laws for immigrants in the entire world. Okay? Try doing this in any other country. Any other country. I'm telling you, this is the land of the free because we are supposed to have law and order. And certain cities, like in LA, like sanctuary cities that really care more about illegal immigrants and gang members than they do for the taxpayer citizens of this country. Think about that for a second. Okay, there's a lot of citizens, okay, legal citizens that are out there rioting. That is not protesting. Okay, that's not protesting. It's gone beyond that. That is rioting. And there is plenty of citizens that are being a part of this, and they are completely in the wrong. How can you say that because you came over illegally, that is not a felony? That is de facto a felony. Look it up. Google it. It is a felony to come in illegally to the United States and not go through the proper port of entry. Okay? Full stop. Full stop, guys. So we really got to stay together as people that care about this country, that love this country. There's plenty of people in there that said they love the United States. They love the United States and what they stand for. And yeah, we are a country of immigrants. I proudly am standing by. We are a country of immigrants. But you know what else we are? We're a country of legal immigrants. We should never be a country of illegal immigrants. Okay? You don't have a country at that point. And that is really what they're trying to push the United States towards. The moment you can get rid of the United States and make it just this global pot of BS, whether you're a citizen, not a citizen, you get all the benefits that the taxpayers have to pay for, right? We still got to pay for their medical stuff, while taxpayers that actually pay taxes, legally pay taxes, and not through some dead person's social security number, they're the ones that are getting the real benefits, while us taxpayers are not. At the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day. So again, I'm all for immigrants. I want everyone to come here that wants to better themselves, but you have to come here the right way. Plain and simple. All right, guys. But I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a great start to your week, guys. And I'll see you on that next video.